manju I brought back from vacation last week. I wonder if it's still good to eat it.
Well, as long as it's been in the fridge this whole time, it should be all right.
Well, if you say so, Miyuki, I don't want to get sick or anything.
Yoriko, I don't think you have anything to worry about. Usually treats like that last for a very long time.
Yeah, it's fine. Look, it even has an expiration date on the box.
Oh, okay. You guys want some? I can't eat them all by myself.
Maybe you should leave them on the table and people could just help themselves.
Oh, yeah.
No, this is not animal control.
I think I'll go and make some tea for everyone.
Did everyone hear what I just heard?
Sujimoto volunteered to do something?
10, 11, 12. 12 Manjus and 9 officers, 3 for me. They're already a week old and maybe rotten. I shouldn't have forgotten about them. I'm saving them for a bad case of the scoots. It's for their own good. What if everyone called in sick tomorrow? I certainly wouldn't want it to happen. I'm gonna make sure these are all right. They're so great.
Hey! Sujimoto, what are you doing in there anyway? Ah! Whoa, Sujimoto, you all right? Are you okay? Are you okay?
Deputy, you must awake. A foul deed has been committed.
Stop. You just multiply the height and divide by 2.
This is no time for mathematics. Now stop talking nonsense and wake up.
No.
I implore you. There has been a murder. A body has washed up on the riverbank. Deputy, are you listening to me?
That's not funny. I don't know what kind of joke you're trying to pull, but I'm not a deputy.
Is this not the face of Deputy Sujimoto?
Huh? What's going on? Hey! Where am I?
You must come to your senses, else you will shame the name of Deputy Detective Natsumi Sujimoto.
Huh? Hey! I'm a freaking samurai! Devious. The mark of the maple leaf. This is not a good omen.
No, indeed. If I were to judge by his calling card, Deputy, I would assume that the killer is a highly placed assassin. Do you concur?
Precisely. From the evidence on the body, I would surmise that it was a professional.
And yet, if this were the work of a professional assassin, one would expect the victim to be much higher ranking, not a common street thug such as this one.
So, too, I find it puzzling that a woman in the village who claims to have seen the killer also mentions something about a hot springs.
Your sources are very good indeed. Deputy Natsumi, go to the village at once and interview this witness of yours.
Yes, her name is Futaba. I will go there now.
But if the killer discovers there's a witness, will she not be in peril?
Deputy Natsumi, see that no one stills her voice before we unravel the truth of this mystery.
Rest assured, her safety is my singular priority. I guarantee no harm will come to the Futabas. I've gotten myself into it now, haven't I?
I do not understand. What secret could possibly be so important that innocent people must die needlessly over it?
Prepare yourself, officer. We must begin to think like the criminal mind. A maple leaf. And reference to hot springs.
Now there is an idea. Hot springs in autumn. Warm water, hot sake.
Silence, officer, and keep your mind on the present murder case.
Sorry, Deputy.
Fool. Huh? It seems you're not the only fool.
If only we had some shackles with us, I'd catch her and bind up that village menace.
Huh? Look, it's Dr. Kobayakawa. Hello?
Hi! Dr. Kobayakawa! What a beautiful face! I mean, beautiful day, is it not?
It is at that.
And then where might you be off to presently?
It would be a house call.
A house call? Well, of course you would be making a house call. After all, you are the village
Please,
physician.
pardon my officer. His insolence can be offending.
No, it's not offending. It very much pleases me to see that you detectives have so much enthusiasm for your work.
That's very kind of you, Doctor.
I have so much enthusiasm, I am swelling with pride as we speak. Hold on there, and just who are you paying a house call on?
Actually, I'm going to see Mr. Futaba in the Shosuke district.
Well, what a coincidence! We just happen to be going to see Mr. Futaba ourselves. I'll tell you what, why don't we go together? That's it, let us go together. After you.
That would be fine.
Wait a
minute.
Please allow me to carry your things.
That's all right, but thank you. It is impossible to try and refine that buffoon's manner.
What is your prognosis, Doctor?
You seem to be getting better, Mr. Futaba, but still you should refrain from working for just a bit longer.
I understand.
All right, now take a deep breath for me, please.
What a lucky old man. I sure wish he was thumping me.
There is no cure for stupidity. Excuse me, Miss Futaba.
Yes?
My informants tell me you were witness to the crime. Would you mind describing the incident on that particular night?
Well, it was in the evening and I was delivering a parcel to one of our customers. It was late. On my journey back home, I became very worried about my father, so I decided to take a shortcut along the riverbank.
Oh no! You!
Huh?
That hot spray!
Hello? Who are you? And without a word, he ran off like the wind. I'm afraid that's all I can remember right now. I'm sorry.
I see. You appear to be describing someone with great physical attributes.
It is perplexing indeed.
I thank the heavens for the genius they have placed at my side. Thank you, officer, for your brilliant deduction. This killer obviously wants us to believe he's a hitman.
Is that it, Doctor?
Yes, that will be all for today, Mr. Futaba.
I'm so sorry to inconvenience you by coming to my house.
Please, there's no need to apologize. Making house calls is just part of being a physician.
Doctor,
Yes?
I would like to pay you, but I'm afraid that we don't have very much.
No, Miss Futaba, that will not be necessary.
But I must.
I would prefer that you spend that money on something healthy for you and your father to eat.
Thank you, Doctor.
You're very welcome. You take care.
You cannot catch me.
Dr. Kobayakawa, your charity work. It's very admirable. Please, you're embarrassing me. After all, it's nothing compared to your kindness and hard work, Deputy. It's well known that people can go about their business and not have to worry about safety thanks to the two of you.
Oh, I would never presume to compare myself to you. I'm flattered you should say so, Doctor.
Oh, but I speak the truth.
Huh? Well, hello down there, little kitty.
Uncle!
Huh? Well, look who it is. It's Maho.
Oh, Uncle, thank you for the stuffed bear doll. You're so kind.
Oh, you're quite welcome, young lady. And have you been playing with it?
Mm-hmm.
And just what do you have there in your hand, Maho?
A windmill. I made it for you at school.
Oh?
I made it all by myself, just for you. And it really worked.
You made that all by yourself just for me?
That's right, I sure did. I would be really honored if you would accept it.
Really? Well, then of course I will accept it. Thank you very much. I'll put it right up here so I'll always know where it is.
Okay.
He is indeed a man who has a lot in common with children.
Yes, Mr. Futaba. Your goods have sold well this week, and here is your money.
I am very grateful for your patronage, sir.
You're welcome. Good night, old friend.
Good night to you, sir. This is very good. Now I will be able to pay my debt to Dr. Miyuki. Strange. Her door is usually left open to everyone. Hello? Dr. Miyuki, are you in? Doctor? Doctor, are you here? It is I, Futaba. That's peculiar. I was under the impression that building was vacant. And what is the source of all this steam? Doctor? What is this?
Oh, what a cruel fate to be stabbed through the center of the heart.
It appears to be the handiwork of the same villain who committed the other murder.
Perhaps.
It would seem he was on his way to the doctor to pay for her services when he was set upon.
Thus the poor man met his demise. Huh? Manji!
Manji? What's Manji?
Maple Leaves, Hot Springs, now this Manji. I believe this is a vast web of deception. Are there any other clues?
All we found on the body was the money he collected from his customers.
And as the victim's money was not taken, it's clear that robbery was not the motive for this heinous crime.
This is greater than mere deception. I fear we have encountered the mind of an evil serial killer.
Father!
No, get back!
Let me by! You have to let me pass! That's my father!
I cannot let you!
Oh, Miss Futaba, please try to compose yourself. You must be strong.
That poor young maiden.
Considering the fact that her father seemed on the verge of recovery, this must be a crushing blow for her.
And how will she ever make good on her father's many debts?
We must all give our complete support to Miss Futaba. Deputy, to avoid any appearance of impropriety, I must insist that I question the doctor myself.
Yes, sir.
Last night I received an unexpected summons, which kept me quite busy, and by the time I returned home, it was very late. Because it was so dark, I didn't see Mr. Futaba's body lying on the ground, and when I think that if only I'd seen him, I might have been able to do something to help, I am filled with remorse.
It's not your fault.
I know that this is indeed a difficult time for you, Doctor, but I must ask where you claim to have gone last evening.
What? Am I being accused?
You appear to be the only common thread between the two recent murders, and if you cannot prove your whereabouts, then you don't have an alibi, do you?
What? Are you accusing the doctor?
No, Officer Nakajima. I don't really believe she could duplicate the murderer's handiwork. I'd just like to hear it in her own words, if I may.
Perhaps I should take you there and let you judge for yourself.
Sir, we will accompany her.
That would be wise.
Let's go.
Yes.
We must follow them. As the deputies have become her allies, they are no longer to be trusted.
Allies?
Oh, Father.
Well, what have we here?
It seems your father's debts have become yours, have they not, Miss Futaba?
Please wait until after the funeral. I'll pay you everything you're owed, I promise.
You'll pay us all right, but we'll take the interest now. I like a feisty woman, yes. Here we go! Woo! What is happening? What's that?
Sorry.
Are you sure about this?
This is no time for hesitation, Yoriko. We must examine every angle, like the fact that she's single, beautiful, and yet has no apparent interest in men. Perhaps she's one of those funny girls, eh?
But then that would mean that she's a...
Nevertheless, we're here, and I'm going to look around. Come on, now's my pants. Chance.
But, Sheriff, it would be improper to spy on her.
But spying? No. It's creative investigation. Yeah, that's it. Wait a minute. She's not here.
Just what are you hoping to find anyway?
Nothing but evidence.
Huh?
Hey, what's that over there?
Maybe the doctor is bathing in a hot sauna.
A hot sauna? Oh, I better investigate this.
But,
thoroughly.
Sheriff, wait!
Yoriko, come here. You gotta see this. You're not gonna... Why me? Oh, no.
It would appear that this officer has been overindulging in sake. I would venture to say that the woman has not. I have been expecting you, Deputy.
Sheriff Tokuno?
You have journeyed here from the south just to assist us?
Sometimes when one is too close to an event, that which is obvious may elude them. Observe, please.
What is it, sir?
This appears to be the work of a professional assassin. Are we agreed?
The killer's skill is undeniably precise. This victim's death was instantaneous.
Yes, but what of the red and white cloth? I believe the manji indicates that the victim may have been trying to leave us a message.
Perhaps, but I think more likely it's a message from the killer. The positions of the bodies reveal they were intentionally carried to the holy ground. Yet what could be the significance of this red and white cloth?
This is truly a mystery, Deputy.
We must ponder the clues from the beginning to the present. A maple leaf, a hot spring, a red and white cloth, and a manji. We have been deliberately led through a cunning maze, yet for what purpose I know not.
Once we understand the purpose of the maze, we will discover the villain's motive.
Say, I just remembered something interesting. It was just yesterday that the sheriff told me he was going to pay a visit to Dr. Kobayakawa.
Why didn't you tell us?
This information would make the doctor our prime suspect.
That's absurd! Dr. Kobayakawa is a person of great integrity. One who is trained to save lives certainly would not think of taking them.
Officer, your judgment is clouded.
It is not!
Huh?
The doctor is not a criminal. I know she's not. I know it in my heart, and I'll go and prove it.
We must have proof.
How will you do that?
I will go there and ask her myself. That will settle it once and for all.
You are insane!
Deputy, you must help me! My cart has been absconded by highwaymen. Without my cart, I cannot go to the market. We must away. Hurry!
Wait, but I'm a...
There is no time!
I'm wasting valuable bartering moments!
Dr. Kobayakawa, where are you? I must speak with you immediately. Please, it's very important. Huh? These sandals belong to the sheriff. That can only mean one thing. He did come here after all. Oh? Do my eyes deceive me? Amazing. Huh? It's all Manju. Hot Springs Manju. Red and white Manju. Maple leaf Manju. Even sake Manju. This is what the victims were trying to tell us. Of course, it's all starting to make sense now. Manju is the key. Huh? Deputy, it is you!
Oh no! How is it possible? It was I who was the killer from the beginning. It cannot be true.
I see you have finally become yourself. For some time now, you've been coming here every night and acting very strangely. Don't you remember?
I have no memory of it.
But how could you do this to me? One of your very own!
I have no explanation. I only know it had to remain a secret.
And this is your secret, Deputy, this Manju house?
I know. Disgraceful. I had to keep it hidden, for I could not disclose this place to anyone.
And apparently the pressure of keeping that secret induced a split personality disorder that no one was aware of. When the law enforcement side of you was sleeping, another aspect of yourself would arise and bring you here. Without anyone's knowledge, you would come here in the night and make hundreds of Manju. You coveted the Manju as if you were possessed. But your conscious mind was never aware of any of this.
Why? Why me? Why would I have done this dastardly deed?
You ask why? The reason for all this is something you should know better than anyone, Natsumi.
It's true, I should, but I don't know. Please, tell me why, Doctor, please!
Just think back and remember, Natsumi, all the way back to the very beginning.
Back to the beginning?
Do not be afraid, Sujimoto. We know what you have done. We all know of your cursed Manju addiction.
Admit to your crimes or forever be cursed.
Confess, Natsumi. We will forgive you if you confess.
A grudge against gluttony.
You will pay for this.
No! What are you all accusing me of? Please tell me what I must do to make amends with you all!
You've been a naughty girl. Apologize.
Apologize now! Natsumi! Come on, wake up! Hey, Natsumi! Natsumi!
The terror of the Manju reveal!
Natsumi, are you all right? Hey!
I apologize!
Natsumi, get a hold of yourself!
Are you okay, Natsumi? Yeah, do you remember anything? Do you remember falling and hitting your head?
So, you're saying I sustained a blow to the head? It's all right? It's all over and everything's okay and back to normal?
Now that you're feeling better, there is something we'd like to ask you.
Okay.
What exactly is the meaning of this, Natsumi Sujimoto?
We were all going to share them, remember?
I thought something was up when you offered to make tea for everyone.
Yeah, you sat in here and ate them all by yourself, didn't you?
Yeah, that, well, okay. I admit it, I'm guilty.
Hey, lighten up, you guys! I'm sorry!
Oh, not